Hello to everybody. My name is Vidal Chriqui. I'm here to speak about how to build a decentralized booking application on top of the protocol we initiated less than 1 year ago that is called BTU protocol. BTU stands for Booking Token Units. So first of all, a little introduction on our topic. We decided to handle an industry that knows a lot, that experiences a lot of monopolies. Actually, it's more oligopolies than monopolies, but let's simplify the message. We tend to find in the booking industry, whatever the one we're speaking about, it can be the hotel, restaurant, even booking an appointment at the doctor is a kind of reservation. So we tend to find a lot of monopolies. And well, here in EthCC, I don't have to explain you what are the drawbacks of this situation, but it's mainly about high commissions. And actually, the monopolies in the booking industry has always been denounced by the authorities. So if in France, a long time ago, the European Commission is really denouncing this bad situation, and no law could have the impact on breaking those kind of monopoly. And so that is why we really think at BTU protocol that there is a tremendous opportunity for crypto to disrupt this kind of industry. Why? Because the peer-to-peer the way, if it is in the booking industry, the BTU way, is really a shorter circuit between the consumer and any kind of service provider. Actually, we know already in the agriculture industry this notion of short circuits. People tend, and it's really a societal trend, that people prefer to buy their banana or tomato directly to the farmer, not going through the hypermarket and paying a high distribution fee. And simply, we just applied this philosophy to any kind of industry. Let's say you want to book an hotel. Instead of going through a platform, you do it the right way. You'd call directly the hotel. So BTU protocol is really a digital process to call the hotel and to discuss a direct price. And what are the benefits of the short circuits? The benefits are simple. Since you save a lot of margin, not paid to a platform, the margin you save is divided between the service provider. It can be the hotel or any kind of service provider, and the end user. So the protocol we designed has two kinds of users. So this is the key message to understand, because we need to be very practical. The first kind of user, it's maybe you in this audience. It's a direct booker who is able to use a DApp browser to handle a blockchain protocol, to handle a token, to pay gas, and even to know what is gas. Most end users in the street don't know and don't understand this notion. So direct bookers can benefit from the protocol by simply making a direct bookings. Unfortunately, in 2019, this kind of user is not the majority of users. So that's why we designed another process. So it's the second one. So the other kind of user of our protocol is a developer or simply a business company that integrates the protocol and exposes the benefits to its end user. So let's say that you have a high traffic website, you just install a widget, and you become the gateway to the direct booking for your users. So the end users are not exposed to what is blockchain, end users are not aware of what happens, but since they are using the gateway to the direct booking, they still benefit from a good price. The price of the direct booking, the price of the peer-to-peer. Minus the commission, because the protocol needs to reward the developers that become the gateway for the direct booking. So that's the second kind of user. So for the first, it's a matter of usage, of getting the good price. And in the second, it's a matter of monetization of his audience, of getting a commission on each booking he has helped. On each customer he has brought to the service provider. So, so in the details, how a protocol works, you see in this scheme that when you make a direct booking, you need the BTU token. So the BTU token has two main roles. The first, the main role, since it's an open ecosystem, is to create the good incentive for that ecosystem to work properly. So the first one is to guarantee bookings. If you make a booking, and just as a reminder, when you make a booking, you don't really pay. You will pay later when you come to consume the service. So to have the right incentive, you have to put a guarantee. You have to put something at stake. Otherwise, everybody will book all the resources of the world and will never come, so it will be a great loss for the service provider. So the first role of the token is to guarantee booking. This gives the incentive for people to behave properly, because if they don't come, they will lose some money. And if it gives the right incentive to cancel in time. So the second role is to reward the direct bookings. So direct booking is a new behavior. People are not used to it. So so rewarding the booking is very important, especially for the professional who are connecting their user base to our protocol. So reward is the second part of importance. More about our protocol. We have submitted it to the Ethereum improvement proposal, and even we have a chrono number, so it's called EIP 808. So 808 seems to be a very the figure of a chance in China. So even it became also the name of the mother company that is called 808 Labs. So you can check on the pull request on the GitHub of the Ethereum Foundation. So we have a chrono 808, and basically it's a summary. You can read the whole submission, but the main components of the protocol are two smart contracts and an off-chain database. Off-chain, of course, because of scalability reasons. So the first component is a smart contract. That's the token BTU that is used as a guarantee for the bookings and the reward. The second smart contract that is standardized under the name of RES, that stands for reservation. This smart contract takes the escrow for the booking to be guaranteed, and in the future also escrowed for the rewards to be given to the end users, and the inventory database. So of course we need to every service provider needs to list all his availability, all his resource and availability, so that end users can request some bookings. So I invite you to read the AIP, where we detail all the functions. How do we declare a resource? How do we declare an availability? Sometimes the resource has some items. So let's say if you have a hotel have a lot of rooms. So you need just to declare the availabilities and to request for booking. The ecosystem we are building now has grown since we launched it a few months ago. So we have a lot of software companies that are joining the service provider part. So I'm detailing few of them. So we have some software companies. Actually, we are aggregating 110 software companies from the hotel industry. So this allows us to expose over 2 million hotels in our protocol. And the same for all the city tours, museum, and all parks. If you want to go to Disneyland Paris, we are a few days from this to be opened on the protocol. And on the other side, we start to see a lot of people installing our widget on Facebook pages. Facebook pages of engineering or business schools. If they install the widget and they become the gateway to our the direct reservation, they will earn money and still giving a good price to their users. So we have a lot of websites, and we have the apps. I will detail this right after in the demo. We are very integrated in the crypto ecosystem, and we continue to be. So we are listed on exchanges like Bitrex or a bit in Korea. We have some brokers that are dealing when enterprise needs to buy token. As I told you, some software company in the hotel industry needs to own tokens to reward the end users. So they use our partner CoinHouse as a broker to have an enterprise account. We're integrated to many ERC20 wallets, like Trust Wallet or even Ledger. We test our all dApps on most of the dApp browser, so Status, Opera, or Coinbase Wallet. And we are working hard with the legal ecosystem to get our token status, and it's very important. So in France, we are part of the unicorn project of the AMF, and in Malta, we are classified as a VFA. Let's go straight to the point, because EthCC is a conference for developers. So we designed many ways to integrate our protocol to any kind of application. So we have three main process to integrate BTU protocol in any application. The first one is the most simple, is BTU Earn program. So it's a simple website where you generate a snippet, and it's the same procedure as integrating a YouTube video on a website. So you will be able to generate your snippet and integrate it in your Facebook page or any website. The second is more advanced one. It's BTU.js library. So you have a library to build your widget, to build your vocal assistant that is connected to the inventory available on top of our ecosystem. And the third one is the API. So just a simple screenshot about the BTU Earn program. Here we see a website that is not ours. It's a high traffic website because it aggregates an inventory of 1 million users. And simply they integrated our widget inside the website, and any of their user can book over to one of the 2 million hotels available on our system. And whenever there is a booking, the user is not exposed to the token, to the blockchain. It looks like a normal reservation, and at the end, it's the developer that installed the widget that is getting rewarded. So no blockchain for most users. It's very important for us that most of people get the benefit of blockchain without the hurdles that we unfortunately experience still now. So for BTU.js, the second option, we design all the functions so that any developer can build his own widget. So first of all, the first family of function is about searching a resource, so searching an hotel, searching a tour, searching what kind of doctor is available on our database. And so when you get the resource, you can request for order availability. You can know, if you know that if you like this hotel, you can check the availability for your dates, and then you can require a booking. Currently, we don't open, we have the function to add a resource, to add availability. It's not publicly opened, but you can contact us to get interaction with the protocol. So how to, with this BTU.js, how to build an app, a dApp or simply an app. So it's very common. So it's similar to any other dApp. You have to build an application that communicates with the blockchain, with the Ethereum blockchain through Web3.js. But you benefit from developer tools where we abstract all this complexity. So it's very simple. We have npm package, BTU.js. So you just run the command npm install BTU.js. You can instantiate a BTU.js object and then call the function that I listed. For instance, you can call search resources from the BTU.js you initiated. and giving the right parameters. So we give, if it is an hotel, in the body of the a parameter of this function, you will give the hotel name, the hotel location, the position you're looking for. By the way, if you try EthCC as a location, you will have all the location, all the hotel near your location. If you build a DApp, it's very important also to be aware of the privacy, because since you are in DApp browser, you can read the Ethereum address of the end user. It's a best practice to alert the user that you are about to read his Ethereum address. Otherwise, Ethereum address becomes a cookie. So the best practice we recommend for any DApp that you build on top of our protocol is to warn the user that you will read his address. We even give some source code to detect the DApp browser. So it's very tricky now, because every DApp browser has its own way to detect, but you can find everything on our code. We recommend to find transaction, to use meta transaction, because most of the user onboarding our kind of applications are not familiar with these notions. They don't understand the gas. So meta transaction. Who knows about meta transaction in the room? Okay. So meta transaction is a simple way to sponsor the gas for an end user. So in your DApp, you just sign a transaction, you submit it to a meta server, and the meta server is making, of course, a lot of checks. And if it's okay, he's submitting to Ethereum network the transaction, plus he's paying the gas. Of course, that is sponsored by the DApp developer. When you make a DApp, it's important also to be connected to the ecosystem. So, for instance, we have a lot of people using 3box or Uport, and they have their profile. So, when you request a booking, it's easier instead of filling a form just to accept that to share your 3box data with the hotel provider, so that you can give the information. And same with Universal Login Protocol. But I see that the time is running up, and I invite you just to test our DApp, where all what I've said is used. So the demo DApp is available on btu-hotel.com. You simply put this inside the DApp browser, for instance, a Trust Wallet, and you will see, well, I don't have a video demo, but I have some screenshots. You will be able to search hotels. The protocol will just connect you in direct with 110 software companies to check the inventory and the best prices. Then you will see the hotels and plus the reward you will have, because you are bringing a customer, being yourself, to the hotel. So you are rewarded for this. So whenever you make a reservation through our DApp, you are getting rewarded for bringing yourself. And just before launching the conclusion, I just remind you that we are handling the booking process, not the payment process. That is very important, because we don't want to introduce price volatility in the final price, that we want to be lower than the other systems. And also we want to be open to any kind of payment. So we just handle the booking process, not the payment. So just to conclude this talk, there is a very famous quote that I love, that is very characteristic of the era we are here, is that every company should be a tech company. And that's true. All the company that is not a tech company tends to die now. And what I'm saying is that with BTU protocol, it's almost the same, but any company, any developer, any website can become a booking company and earn money. And now it's really a liberalized market. So anyone can be a booking platform for his community, for his audience. So I invite you to use BTU.js or to use our BTU Earn program, simply because your community will be happy to be connected to the best price, and you'll be happy because you'll get some tokens out of it. So to contact us, please use info@bitu-protocol.com. All the team is reading it, so don't write to me directly. I tend to miss a lot of emails, but if you're sending to the whole team, you'll get an answer more rapidly. Follow us on Twitter. Most of our announcements are on Twitter. And you can also follow me on LinkedIn. I really publish a lot of information. And also I share a lot of information because I have a blog on ZDNet France. So thank you very much for listening. And so I'll be here during the 3 days. So feel free to stop me anywhere and to ask any questions. And feel free to join our community and to develop on top of BTU protocol. Well, before the next speaker comes, maybe you have time for questions. I know the speaker is here.